Hello and welcome. How's everyone doing today? Yes, it is a crazy day today so far. Um, we can't get our car out, so our car's stuck right now. Hello, Cinderella. And our car is stuck right now, so it's until after the snow falls, and then we'll dig her out and get going. Hey, Kathy, welcome. Haven't seen you here for a while. Thank you for joining me. So yeah, it's what's happening today. Just sending you guys out so much blessings. Yesterday was the last day for prayers in the morning, and so this morning it felt so weird not going on live, right? Oh, you're doing last minute Christmas shopping. Good for you. Are you doing it online? Because I think that's the way. So stressed this year. I think everybody's so stressed this year. It's like a year that, I mean, of course, it's we haven't ever lived through something like this within our own lifetime. And a few things that, that have been coming through for me, and with the snowfall and everything else, is there's this, I feel somehow Calgary really reflects the energies that are coming in weather-wise. And with the snowfall, it's like this, it's heavy snow, right? It's heavy snow. It's this heaviness that's coming on to the landscape, this heaviness that's coming on to our own selves. And we have to be able to come into that time of hibernation. This is our time of really allowing ourselves to come into an inward look on what have we prioritized this year for ourselves? What are we prioritizing? There's been so many significant events, one right after the other this year, especially, astrologically. I mean, when we had the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction on January 12th of this year, this was starting of the undercurrent of what was beginning to dismantle. What in our world was starting to go away with, right? And of course, a lot of us are like, yeah, tear it all down. Well, we can't just tear things all down. It's like saying, let's do renos and go and, oh yeah, let's do the bathroom first, and you haven't bought a toilet and you don't have anywhere else to go to the bathroom. So maybe not renovating the bathroom the very first off is not a good place, because you still need to go potty, don't you? So this is where the dismantling is happening, and we can see the crumbling. We can see everything that's going on. We see the cracks that are coming out, and the cracks not only here within Canada, we're seeing it more and more. The cracks that are happening in the United States, the UK, and in many other countries. We are seeing them. We're seeing things become dismantled. Many times it's hard for us to get the information on what all that dismantling is, right? It's hard for us to see what is actually happening because we don't get the information, or we get misinformation that comes in. But this is where, with this heavy set, when you get, if anybody's had a weighted blanket on them, like you get this weighted blanket, it's almost like, oh, that feels good. Or you get this heated blanket put on you, right? So you allow for this heated blanket to come upon you, and you're just feeling it, and you're just like, yes, this is the warmth that I need. And I think that's what we need to look at, is like, what is that warmth that we need right now in order for us to just breathe and just be. Just breathe, and allowing ourselves to breathe. And with, I'm going to bring up the Planetary Watch right now. Bringing up the, where Mars and Eris are, they're at 23 degrees. So if you notice, 23 has been kind of a big number this year, even with when we've had full moons, it's been at 23 degrees. And this activation of this energy is change. It It is about us coming into this 23 degrees is a world point. So we know with Mars squaring Pluto, there's something worldly happening into our foundation. And Pluto is all about truth. He's all about transformation. He is the ruler of Scorpio and the energies of Scorpio. So we have that wanting to bring out the truth, wanting to bring out what is it that needs to be revealed. And so there's a lot more that needs to be revealed for us, not only on a personal level, but on a world level. And we also have with that, and that's going to be for about the next couple days that square is going to be happening. We also have where the sun is coming closer. You know, it's moving, it's going to be moving on, and it will later on into next year. It's going to conjunct the Pluto. So there is a activation here that's happening, an activation that's happening even with Mercury, and it's all about communications. How are we communicating? How are we getting the information? And with that information, how are we receiving? There's something to do with receiving. How are we receiving that information through us, with us, and in us? So there is this energy that's coming forth that is wanting us to open and receive, knowing that we have a blanket of protection, that we are safe to be able to receive this. We are able to be able to activate the energies that are coming down through us. And as these energies, and as I close my eyes here, I can see there's different, it's like activation parts within our body, but also activation pieces that are happening within the collective. And for many, it is very difficult for us to maybe believe it, or, you know, we might be really still caught up. We're caught up with the fear and the illusion of the world around us. We're hearing things that are coming out of the UK right now, and it's not to get into that fear of like, oh my God, what is this? It is, you know, as I said yesterday, everything comes in divinely. There's a reason why this is all happening, right? There's a reason why this awareness is coming in for us and opening our eyes. And it's just like, okay, what does this all mean? And people are, you know, freaking out about this already, but it's like, what does this mean? How are we able to look at this in a more objective way and not getting caught in the illusion of it, because we have Neptune squaring the node still, and it's going to be doing that till January. How do we not get caught in the illusion, because Neptune controls media, of all this information that's going to come in? And that's the thing. We can't, there's still this energy of, and it's like, you know, let's just sprinkle this sprinkle dust in front of you so that you don't know exactly what's going on. So that's why we got to go back into our own selves, go back into, you know, come in and put that warm blanket on, that weighted blanket on, like the heavy snow, that you know, trusting, because that snow, the earth knows that when the snowfall comes, it trusts that spring is going to come. It trusts that things are going to come forth for us, that we're able to plant those seeds and be able to allow ourselves to come into that newness again. There's always newness. There's always something that will come in for us that is positive. But if we get stuck on the illusions of tyranny is the word that is coming in. We get stuck in that falseness. That's where we can, you know, that's where a lot of times we feel overwhelmed and stressed, etc. And of course, being Christmas time, and you know, there's a lot of stress, you know, as you know, Cinderella 73, 077. It's stressed, being stressed. So what is it that we can do to not be stressed? And I just pulled out just grabbed it. It's my rose quartz. It's my puffy heart rose quartz. And, holding it. Having right now, I wear amethyst and my moonstone, rainbow moonstone, and having those on me. And this is where we come in and bring in those things that are going to comfort us, bring those things that are going to make us feel safe and protected, and that I feel is quite an important piece for us right now. I feel there's the feeling I have, it's just been an odd feeling, there is a sense of peace here, but it's almost like a peace before the calm before the storm, and everything is very calm and everything feels, nostalgic. So there's a nostalgic feeling about some of the energies that are around us. And we want to stay in that nostalgic energy. We want to stay in that place and I think that's why there's so many Christmas trees that were bought this year. Everybody wants to have a real tree this year because they want the nostalgia. They're grabbing on still to the old, it's the Six of Cups, where you're grabbing on to the old, you're grabbing on to what the memories that you feel were good for you, those happy memories. And so bringing in all of that nostalgia energy in, and I can feel like there's a lot of people wanting to bring in that feeling of nostalgia, which is beautiful. But there is this calmness. It's kind of like a weird, eerie calmness with it, that there is something that's bubbling to the surface, and it's going to be being revealed to us over this next week. And especially with that square that we're having with Mars and Eris to Pluto. Because Pluto is, this is going to bring in some truth bombs. And as Uranus, because Uranus came up in the reading today, Uranus is the connection, the God connection, as Uranus is connecting, and he's the only one retrograde still. So he's still, going backwards. Look, to Earth's point of view, looks like he's going backwards. He's still opening up. There's some things that he's going back over that we still need to review, that we still have not fully looked at in our world. And Taurus represents relationships. It represents our money. It represents new factors with health. So Taurus has this, there's still reviewing that's going on. And Taurus is coming up to when he's going to be squaring, which will be in February, squaring exactly Saturn. So we have this reviewing that's still going on with this energy, that not everything has come forward that we need to know. And some will come in the coming weeks or in the coming days, and then come more fully into the new year. And for many of us, that's why we want to stay in that nostalgic energy, because we don't want to step out into the new reality of what is here. And this new reality is pretty awesome. Aquarius is pretty awesome, because Aquarius brings in where you are able to create even faster, because it is air. Coming into this new air energy that we're in, it is about creating things that are very heart-centered, that can bring in community, that allows us to bring in that energy of connection, right? And bringing in that energy of connection, but it happens rapidly. Where something that you may have been doing and it took you, say, you've been working at something for years and you have your prayers, you have your meditations, you have all of that. And where you've been, maybe spend an hour on something to create something, maybe it's a spell, maybe it's, you're wanting to, find information. You're going to find that with this energy, it's going to happen more rapidly. So whatever it is that you're putting out it's going to go out there more rapidly because it's air. Being in earth, when we were in earth energy, it took a while. We had to rebuild, we had to build this, we had to, look at foundations. And I mean, yes, that is still definitely a part of it because Saturn is in Aquarius. It's still a part about the foundation. We can never go without Capricorn. I'm sorry, Capricorn's always going to be there because it is foundational. But this is bringing in where we're going to find new innovative ways with that foundation, new innovative ways in order for us to bring in the manifestation of what it is that we are wanting to create, or the connections of people that come forward and come in and around us are going to come in our energy field. So we're going to find a lot of rapidness there. And with Jupiter coming in, he brings in that expansion. He brings in that expansion of newness, of setting into our new story of what it is within our new karma of where we are heading towards. And today comes in with a feeling of allowing ourselves to take those moments to bring in our faith, to bring in our harmony, to allow ourselves to come into our creativity and release whatever it is that is no longer needed in our day or in our life. This whole year is a whole year of total releasing. And it feels like, do we have any more to release? But obviously, we're humans. We have a lot to release. So there's a lot there. My loves. I am too in a melancholy kind of, I'm going to get, some paperwork and stuff done today and things along that line. The store, unfortunately, we couldn't get down to Blessed Circle today, but we will reopen tomorrow. So if there's anything that you need from Blessed Circle, look for Blessed Circle, yyc.ca. Go online if you want to order anything. And if it's in the Calgary area, the shipping is free. So just let us know if there's something there that you want to order. So go on to Blessed Circle YYC. Great stocking stuffers that are there. There's sprays, there's beard oil. We have salts and oils, like different oils if you want to use, candles. We don't have a lot of crystals. There's some statues and books and really cool tarot cards. So there's quite a few of, many little things that you can add into somebody's stocking. So take a look into that onto blessedcirclyyc.ca and support local, we got to support our local businesses. I do have my peek into 2021 on December 28th. There's only 2 spaces left, and that is it. It is $75 if you're wanting to join me on that evening. It is going to be on Zoom live, and it is recorded, so you will get a recording after. You have to be on the live in order for you to get your mini reading, so to be there. But I'm going to go through the energies of how the solstice was an activator for 2021, and how the conjunction is an activator for 2021. So how these energies are going to affect us, and with the the new moon eclipse, how that activation is going to bring in the energies that we need to look at for 2021, and what can we expect with the energies, and how can we individually or as a collective, respond to them or work with them. And that's the whole thing. That the thing is like, even for 2020, how did you respond to the energy? How were you working with the energy? And this is where we have to look at, did you, did you give up, or did you not, I don't, that's the thing. It's like, how did you react to it? Right? Like for me, 2020 has been a year that, yeah, there's been stressors and craziness and stuff that have been going on. But I've been humming along, like just continually doing my thing. Showing up every day, doing my tarot readings, doing my prayers, doing my meditations. This is my life, my spirituality, stepping into it. Some days were better than others. Some days were really great. Other days were like really crabby and angry. I've done a cacao ceremony this year. I've done many meditations with groups for 21 days and 40 days, which were absolutely fabulous with connection. Just finished a 40-day mantra to Ganesh and Lakshmi. So it's been a day of really, a year of really reaching out and connecting with people in new ways, which has been absolutely fabulous. Being able to start my Celtic group and really take more time with the Celtic group, and how that is going to be, that's going to be one of my, focuses, because we're going to have sanctuary once a week. Building my Patreon. I'm going to be having a Patreon page, and it's going to be, it's going to come out on February 1st on the Embolic. So we have, I have that I'm working on. So that's going to be exciting. And on my Patreon, there's going to be different tiers for people, like if you want certain things. So my energy is kind of shifting where, yeah, I want to focus there on for a lot of my energies, and creating a community on Patreon. So I have that's being created. There's also working on, different workshops that I'm doing. So, I have my, tap into your magic, which is your unicorn one, or the angel one, or the spell casting. So this is where what are you working on for your new year? What are you working on? And looking at what has been very successful for you in 2020. Because it wasn't all bad. It wasn't all bad. So this is where you got to look into what you are grateful for, and looking into that gratitude. So last night we did one of my a prayer. Let me see if I can find it. Because just because we had the Yuletide doesn't mean the celebration of it all is done, right? But bear with me. So a prayer is a personal conversation between you and your gods. That's what a prayer is, and your goddesses. So having a simple prayer that you could do, and a simple one, and we'll do a simple prayer for us right now. So just get yourself in a very comfortable position. Put your hands on your heart. Just have your hands open, and I'm going to call in the divine goddess. So this is going to be my welcoming of bringing in forth the divine mother, the bringer of prosperity and fertility. I pray to you during this winter season. I'm grateful for the care with which you've watched over our family in the last year, for we have been strong and healthy. Blessed be. I beseech you to once again watch over us in the year to come, ensuring our well-being and good fortune. Thank you for your gifts, Divine Mother. I remain devout servant, and may you know peace. Blessed be. I call forth the ancient mother of the midwinter, the watcher over life and death, the one who rebirths the world, be with us on this longest winter night. We ask for you to watch over us during the winter as we wait for the new dawn to come. See us through these dark hours and stand with us as the dawn will birth the promise of new life. So mote it be. We bring in the Father, the heroic Father, the giver of life, the one who stands with the sword in hand to fight against the dangers of the wild. Bring that sword into our circle, into our daily lives, and stand with us against the darkness, and in this night, and in the days of dark, and keep us safe as we wait for the morning to rise again. We call in for the absence of the sun, and the earth grows cold as we wait. And we bring in the sparks of the fire and the light. We bring in the brilliance. We allow our bones grow cold, waiting for the warmth. Patiently, we await the return of the eastern sky. Impatiently, we wait the first shard of light piercing the eastern dawn, the first sign of life that's renewal. Come to us, O sun. Come now, we wait. We come forth in this winter to bring in the new birth and the new light that we would like to rebirth into our day. Light a candle today. Bring in that candle. Bring in that light into your day. When you are doing or working, say you're making something or you're doing anything today, light a candle. Have that candle as a reminder for you in bringing in that renewal of light around you. Put on some incense. Put on, simmering pot onto on top of your stove to bring in that warmth and bring in those beautiful smells of this season, and allow ourselves to embrace the beauty that we need to embrace at this time. Sending you out with so much love and light today. Embrace the day, embrace your light, and know that you are a wondrous soul that is here to embrace us all with your beauty and insight. Blessed be everybody. Thank you so much for being a part of my day and a part of my morning. Blessed be everybody.